Hello everyone, welcome to course study on solid mechanics. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss the numerical which is based on simply supported beam subjected to point load and UDL. The problem statement is as follows. A simply supported beam 8 meter span subjected to 3-point loads of 5 kN, 10 kN and 15 kN at 2 meter, 4 meter and 6 meter from support A. Draw SFD and BMD. Now the solution is as given in the numerical. We have a simply supported beam AB and it is subjected to 3 points loads of magnitude 5 kN, 10 kN and 15 kN which are acting at points C, D and E. So these forces, it will act as a shear force. So we are going to solve the given numerical. So remember that first of all we have to find out the support reaction, that is we are going to find out RA and RB. Now how to find out RA and RB? To find out RA and RB, we have to apply the equilibrium equation. So summation of f of x must be equal to 0. This is the first equilibrium equation, but as there is no horizontal force acting onto the system, so summation of f of x is equal to 0 as no load is acting in x direction. The second equilibrium equation is summation of f of y is equal to 0. Therefore, this RA which is acting in upward direction will be considered as a positive. This 5 kN which is acting in downward direction will be negative. Again, this 10 kN which is acting in downward direction, it will be negative. 15 kN acting in downward direction, therefore again it will be negative. And the reaction at B acting in upward direction, therefore it will be positive. Therefore the summation of Fy must be equal to 0. After solving this equation, we have equation number 1, that is RA plus RB is equal to 30. This is the equation number 1. Now we have third equilibrium equation, that is moment about point A is equal to 0. So we have to take moment about point A. Therefore this 5 kN which is acting in clockwise direction about point A will be considered as a positive. Therefore 5 kN into perpendicular distance is 2, therefore it will become 5 into 2, plus this 10 kN into perpendicular distance is 4, so it will become 10 into 4, plus this 15 kN into 2 plus 2 plus 2, so it is 6, therefore it will become 15 into 6. As all those forces are acting in clockwise direction with respect to point A, then it will be considered as a positive one. This RB which is acting in anti-clockwise direction about point A, therefore RB into perpendicular distance, that is 8 meter, will be negative. So RB into 8 will be this one. Therefore the summation of moment at A must be equal to 0. On solving this equation, we have the value of RB 17.5 kilonewton. So this value of RB is 17.5 kilonewton. On putting this value of RB in equation 1, we will get value of RA. So the reaction at A will be 12.5 kilonewton. So this is the first step while solving the numerical based on shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. So the first step is to find out the reaction. Now we have second step, shear force calculation. Remember that again shear force at the end always 0, and we have to calculate the value of shear force to the left and to the right where that force is acting. So from this diagram, at point A, at point B, at point C, D, E, at those points the shear force is acting in vertical direction. Therefore at those points we are going to calculate the value of shear force just left and right of that particular point. Therefore we have shear force at left of A which is equal to 0. It is always 0. At the end shear force always remain 0. Now we have shear force at right of A. Right of A means this reaction 12.5 which is acting in upward direction, therefore will be considered as a positive, therefore it is 12.5 kilonewton. Now we have shear force at lap top C. As there is no force acting in between A to C, therefore at lap top C the shear force will remain 12.5 kilonewton, which will be positive one. Now we are going to calculate shear force right of C. As we are going to calculate shear force right of C, then we are going to consider that particular load while calculation. Therefore, shear force at right of C will be equal to this 12.5 means this one minus this 5 which is acting in downward direction. Therefore, 12.5 minus 5 will be 7.5 kilonewton. Again, there is no force acting in between C to D, so the value of shear force to the lap top D will remain as it is. So it is 7.5 kilonewton, which will be positive. Now shear force at right of D will become this 7.5 minus again this 10 kilonewton, because this 10 it is acting in downward direction. So 7.5 minus 10 will become minus 2.5 kilonewton. Now there will be the minus sign for the value of shear force at right of D. Again there will be the no force acting between D to E, so shear force at lap top E will remain as it is, so it will be minus 2.5 kilonewton. Shear force at right of E is nothing but minus this minus 2.5 minus 15, because this minus sign again it is acting in downward direction and it is to the right of E. Therefore minus 2.5 minus 15 will become minus 17.5 kilonewton. Now again shear force at lap top B, it will remain as it is, no force is acting in between E to B, therefore it will become minus 17.5 kilonewton. And as obvious, at the end, that is right of A, the shear force will be 0. So in this manner we have calculated the value of shear force. Now we are going to draw the shear force distribution diagram. So we will concentrate on each and every value of shear force. This shear force at lap top A will become 0. Now this line is known as 0 line. As it is 0 line, therefore where we have 0 value of shear force, that value we will put to there. Therefore we have shear force at lap top A equal to 0, therefore this value is 0. Shear force right of A is 12.5, because we have left of A and right of A, therefore both value we have on the same vertical line, therefore this 12.5 will act in upward direction. So we have this line over here, this line. Now as there is no load between A to C, so this 12.5 will remain as it is. This horizontal line indicate the constant value of shear force. Now at point C we have another value of shear force, that is 7.5. so there is decrement into the shear force from 12.5 to 7.5. so we have shear force diagram in this manner. Now again from C to D there is no force acting, so it will remain horizontal. Again to the right of D we have shear force value minus 2.5, so minus means it will go below the 0 line. Remember that the portion which is above the 0 line will be positive and the portion which is below the 0 line will be negative. Now we have minus sign to the right of D, therefore it will become minus 2.5. Again from D to E no force is acting, so it will remain as it is. Right of E it is 17.5, so it will go down below the 2.5, so it is minus 17.5, and again over here it will join the 0 line. So this is our shear force distribution diagram for the calculated value of shear force. Now we are going to calculate, next step is bending moment. Remember that in case of bending moment, the bending moment is 0 at its end. Therefore, in our case, our ends are A and B. Therefore, at A and at B, the bending moment will be 0. Now, we are going to calculate bending moment at point C. Bending moment at point C can be calculated by this RA, which is acting in upward direction, will try to sag the beam. As there is sagging of the beam, so it will be considered as a positive. Therefore, this 12.5 kilonewton, into 2, because we have to find out the bending moment at point C, so the perpendicular distance is 2 meter. Therefore, this 12.5 into 2 will become 25 kilonewton meter. So this value of bending moment is 25 kilonewton meter. Now we are going to calculate bending moment at point D. Again, this 12.5 kilonewton will try to produce the sagging bending moment. Therefore, 12.5 into 4 perpendicular distance minus this 5 into 2, because this 5 will try to hog the beam. Therefore, 12.5 into 4 minus 5 into 2, it will become 40 kilonewton meter. We are going to calculate the value of bending moment at point E. Therefore, 12.5 kilonewton into 6 minus 5 into 4 minus 10 into 2, it will give you the value of bending moment at E, which is equal to 35 kilonewton meter from point A. But if you observe carefully, you can solve this equation by taking your moment from the right hand side also. Now this right hand side, it will try to sag the beam in the Therefore, we have the value of 7.5 into 2, which is equal to 35 kilonewton meter, and bending moment at B is equal to 0. So in this manner, we have calculated the value of bending moment for all those points. Now we are going to draw the bending moment diagram. Remember that at N we have 0 bending moment, and in case of point load, when a beam is subjected to point load, in case of bending moment, we have to join it by a straight line. Between 2 point load, we have to join it by a straight line. Therefore, at C we have the bending moment 25 kilonewton meter. At D we have 40 kilonewton meter. At E it is 35 kilonewton meter, and B it is 0. So between 2 point load, we have joined it by a straight line. So this is a straight line. In this manner, we have drawn the bending moment diagram for the beam which is subjected to 3 point load. So we will stop here. In the next lecture, again we will discuss the numerical which is based on uniformly distributed load, the combination of UDL and point load, and uniformly varying load. So we will stop here. Thank you.